Hi my loves, this is Finey, and today this is gonna be a different video. This is not like the normal videos that I would make. This is gonna be a very real raw video, okay? So this has to do with growing up, self-esteem, peer pressure and stuff like that, and basically, discovering yourself, right? All right, so basically growing up, as a teenager, you're young, you're impressionable, you're trying to find yourself, any little thing people say to you, now you normally take it to heart and so on because I mean you're young, you understand what I'm saying? These are the years that, people go through, girls and guys, boys go through so much brutality, trying to fit in, in school and stuff like that, trying to be a part of the popular crowd. I didn't really care about that and everything, you understand what I'm saying? Because like I just didn't really want to be amongst those crowd. You understand what I'm saying? I just wanted to grow up as a normal individual, and I also just wanted to be someone. You understand? Even from that age, I knew. But sometimes, certain things, and certain people can damper the way you feel about yourself, the way you go through life. Because your self-esteem has a lot to do with you going through life, whatever you turn out to be. Let's just say, if you're told from a young age that you can't be anything, is either you are gonna use that negativity and turn it into something positive and be like, okay, you know what, you see I can't do this, so I'm gonna show you that I can do it, or you're just gonna just succumb to what people say, that you know what, you're not gonna be shit, and then you turn on not to be shit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but I was told that I was ugly. And that is really hard, to really grow up with, to have, in your mind as a teenager. And most of the times it's not even from strangers, it's sometimes from people in your household. And probably they don't know, I would just say probably they don't know how it would affect you and stuff like that, especially being so young. But trust me, it does affect a child. And especially if those people realize that, you know what, one day I'm going to have children also. You don't want anyone to put that in your child's mind that, okay, you're ugly. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want that. So probably they don't know what they were doing until they have children. They just have the instinct of being like, you know what, I'm going to protect you from any and everything. And sometimes I didn't have to be doing anything, I could be having like a conversation with the person, and then I hear, oh my god, you're so ugly. A girl, the girl ugly, no man. I love my eyes and I love my lips, all right? And hearing that and so on, it can really shatter your self-esteem. But even then, I didn't realize that my self-esteem was shattered. I still go around, feeling like, good about myself and stuff like that. But when I realized that my self-esteem was shattered in a way, I think it was when, like normally I would, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna tear up. Sorry about that. Anyways, we're back with the program. Okay, so when I knew that my it affected my self-esteem is when I would be talking to people, like when I come, I came to America, and even when I was back home, when I was talking to people, it's like I want to look them in the eye, and that's a big red flag. It's like you're talking to a person but your head is at the side, like, child, what are you looking at the side? You understand what I'm saying? When a person is right in front of you. But that's when I realized, looking back, it affected me really bad. Even coming to America and everything, this is America. It's like they always have the say that, if you don't look people in the eyes, it's like you're hiding something. And sometimes it's not like that. Some cultures don't look you in the eyes, you understand? But a lot of times you're hiding something, or you can be shy, you understand? I was a very shy person also, very reserved and so on, speak when I'm spoken. So but my self-esteem was really affected. And I also realized another thing, affecting how I know that it affected my self-esteem without even realizing. It's just now I'm starting to realize that, oh my god, like this is what was happening, is that I was like kind of antisocial and stuff, you know. It's like I'm a very shy person, but you know, I wouldn't really want to be around anyone like that because, you know, I started to think that, oh my God, they're gonna think that I'm ugly also. You know, it's like back in the past and so on, you know, people would always say like, oh, you look like Brandy and everything. I remember one person stopped me in my school and be like, oh my gosh, you look like Brandy. Are you guys related and everything? But a lot of people used to have it that Brandy was ugly. So I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, here's another person basically saying that I'm ugly. But looking into it, I feel as if Brandy is a beautiful person. Like, you understand, she's beautiful. You know, her eyes and so on. I love my eyes actually. Her eyes are really, really nice. You know, her complexion, everything, her lips, like, you know, she's a beautiful person. And that is to say that, you know, sometimes when people do things like that is when they have issues with themselves. Because if you don't have issues with yourself, you are not gonna just blatantly tell a person that they're ugly. You're not just you just don't say that to a person. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if it's my enemy. And a lot of time, you know, especially if it's coming from women, it has to do with grudge. Because they realize that something is lacking in themselves. Why they have to put another person down. If you're confident about yourself, you don't have to find something about another person to put down. Why not bring another person up? You understand what I'm saying? That's what confident people do. And another incident was when, you know, I was like back home and stuff. And then, you know, it's like a lot of men, like, you know, they would want to talk to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, thinking about it now, I'm like, okay, if I was ugly, why would men want to really talk to me? Like, all the time. I could be walking with somebody and they pick me out. You understand what I'm saying? So, child, don't let anybody tell you anything different. Don't let anybody steal your joy. That's what a lot of times they try to do. Look at all this child that I'm working with. I'm like, girl, what were you thinking before? You understand what I'm saying? Like, knowing what I know now. And, you know, bitches are so, so jealous. You understand? I remember when I went out with this girl and there was this guy, you know, he was like really nice looking and everything. Really nice, tall, dark and handsome. Well, I wouldn't say dark because he was light skinned, but you know the saying. And so on, drive a beautiful car and stuff like that. And I know like a lot of women wanted to talk to him and he chose me. So thinking about it right now, I'm like, okay, it's jealousy because she told me that another girl that was next to her, seeing the, you know, basically us talking and whatever, was saying, oh my gosh, she's ugly. And to find out now is that she was the one that was saying those things. And I'm saying, you see how heifers can be, those people that call themselves your friends, you understand? And I wasn't talking to that person, you know, not that same girl, but the person that she said told her that, oh my gosh, she, you know, she's ugly. I guess because she couldn't get the guy, you know, jealousy came in and everything. I had some form of resentment for that person for a long time because, you know, I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's like we didn't even have any beef. Like, we didn't even have any beef. Like, why would you say something like that? You understand what I'm saying? And came to the realization that it was her, my supposed to be friend. So you have to be careful of the people that you call friends, child. You got to be careful because those people, when they realize that, you know, they don't look like you, or, you know, it's like you have more than them, they always do something nasty, you understand, or something like malicious to put blame on other people when they are the ones saying it. And always remember this, guys. If a person come back to you and say, oh my God, this person say this about you, make sure you ask them, what did you say about me? Because 9 out of 10 times they are going to pull themselves out of it. You understand what I'm saying? A real friend don't do that. A real friend is going to build you up. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and as I said, I came to the realization that it wasn't the girl that said that. It was my so-called friend. And for years, like, you know, it's like I had issues, like, you know, like I didn't, it came a time that, you know, I didn't think I had, my self-esteem was still good. It's like I would still talk to guys. They would talk to me a lot. They would come to me and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, if I was this ugly heifer, as y'all were thinking, you know, guys wouldn't want to be rushing me like that. You understand what I'm saying? And it is just crazy because I know now some people are going through it, you know. If this video helped one person, I'm grateful. Is that is either you are gonna be the victim and continue to play a victim for the rest of your life, from being a teenager to being a grown-ass woman, or to be the victor. There has to be something about yourself that you look in the mirror and you like, whether it's your breastises, that's not a word, but you understand. Or, it could be your eyes, it could be your nose, it could be your forehead, even though I have a big ass forehead, but I love my forehead, child. You have to come to terms with yourself because you only have one you. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be something that you love about yourself. And now, my boo, he loves my eyes, my eyes. He loved my lips. And I love those about myself. But, don't make anybody put you down, because majority of the times, those people, I'm telling you, that are putting you down, they are the ones that have issues about themselves, worst issues. Because if you were comfortable with yourself, you wouldn't be trying to mess up another person's self-esteem. And as I said, probably some of them are not aware of it until they're grown people. But when you are at the age, at least say 17, 18 years old, you are thinking basically like an adult. You know what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? 20 years old, you're an adult, you know what you're doing. It's not like you can be like, oh my god, that person is just 12, you understand, whatever. So they know what they're doing. But you know what, time is always the master of everything, because as I said before, is either you're going to be victorious or you're going to continue to play the victim. You understand? Because the mind is very powerful. Sometimes we are the ones that hold back ourselves. Having low self-esteem, it can hold you back from so many opportunities in life. Because you don't want to be around people because you're thinking that, oh my god, they're going to see that I'm ugly also, because of what one or two people or person planted in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to reach a point that, you know what, oh my god, you think to yourself that I'm an adult right now. Where are those people that was saying that, oh my god, you're ugly, all because of jealousy? Right now, none of those heifers that was talking about that, I look better than them. And I even look better than the people that they carry home to mama. That shade. So I'm just saying this to say that guys, you know what? You have to be comfortable in you. God made you a way for a reason. The way for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? He made you that way for a reason, and so on. And every day you have to find something. Try to go into the mirror and find something about yourself that you love. There has to be something on you that you love. You understand what I'm saying? It could be even your ears. Just remember, guys, that the people that always act like they're all that, a lot of times they have the most issues and the lowest self-esteem. Right now, I can proudly say that I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful. And another thing that I should mention, don't you dare rely on another person for telling you that you're beautiful. You should feel that you're beautiful. You don't have to depend on another person to tell you that you're beautiful. That is something that you should look in the mirror and see. Because outside beauty is not everything. Your personality has to be beautiful, helping people. You understand? That's what it's all about. Don't depend on a person for your sense of how you feel. That has to come from within you, because when those people are gone, you're left with yourself, child. So always remember that. You are beautiful no matter what. There has to be something about you that is gorgeous. Like, that's basically what I went through and I struggled with for years unknowingly, until the light bulb went in my brain and be like, oh my god, that's the reason why I was acting like that. You understand? Not showing my personality and everything. You understand? And I am beautiful. I feel beautiful. I look beautiful. People tell me that I'm beautiful, and I don't need people to tell me that, because I know, child. So when you come to that realization, you realize that, oh my god, you're getting there to your destination where you want to be. You understand? So I hope this can empower another person out there to realize that, listen, you know what? Whatever you say, words are very powerful, because words become life. You can say, oh my gosh, she's ugly, but it becomes life. You put it out in the atmosphere, it becomes life. And you have to realize that a lot of failed relationships and so on has a reason. Sometimes it has to do with how you feel about yourself, because if you think you're less than, people are going to treat you like that. And you take the bullshit that they feed you. You take the abuse because you don't think you are all that. You don't think that you are beautiful in your own way. You have low self-esteem. And people prey off of that. That's what people love to hear. Some people, they're like predators. They prey off of it. They realize that, oh my god, this person has low self-esteem, so I'm going to feed her every bullshit because I know she'll believe me and I have my own way with her. So a lot of failed relationships and everything is because of low self-esteem also. Not every time, but it plays a part. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, nobody will take you seriously. You will make people do anything to you, because if you don't love yourself and how you look, who is gonna love you? So you just settle for anything and your life becomes a train wreck. Okay, so you gotta love yourself, people. You understand what I'm saying? The inside beauty is amazing, but don't be fooled. Society like the gorgeousness of outside, if that's the word. So I hope this helps somebody, guys. And as I said to you before, this video was gonna be very, very raw. You understand? But as I said, if it reach one person, I am really, really happy. So if anybody tell you that you're ugly, do that, child. Okay, because it's not that serious. They have issues, child. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.